afternoon, teacher. So for this discussion, we will be having our group discussion about the movie The Devil Wears Prada. So we will be guided by the guide questions we have from the template. So let's start with the first one. How are the following characters portrayed in the movie, and what are their strengths and weaknesses? So there are three characters mentioned: Miranda Priestley, Andrea Andy Sash, and Emily Charlton. I will be discussing uh, Miranda Priestley. So for Miranda Priestley, she is the girl boss type. She is the leader type, and I think that is her strength. Even though she's cold and strict, she still made the Runway magazine be on top. Another strength of hers is the value she holds in the fashion industry. Like what she say is the standard. And her weakness for me is her family. They make her show her vulnerability. So how about for Andy? Yes, teacher Shane.
Thank you, Teacher Celine. So, add ko lang about Miranda Priestley is uh, perfectionist and visionary niya. So, napaka magaling niyang leader based din sa movie na pinanood natin. Although, ayun nga, since sobrang galing niya, nakaka-intimidate. So, nai-intimidate yung mga tao sa kanya. And so, for Andrea naman or Andy Satch naman, ito naman si Andy is throughout the movie, nakikita ko na very adaptive and evolving siya. So, she learned to navigate yung complexity ng fashion industry while staying true to herself pa rin naman. And nakita ko rin na si Andy is napaka idealistic and independent. Like, naniniwala siya na kaya niyang tumagal din sa field na pinasukan niya even though na wala talaga siya or kulang yung knowledge and skills niya about them. And for the weaknesses of Andy naman is siguro yung how she manage or yung kung paano niya ipa-prioritize yung job and personal life niya. Kasi in the middle of the movie, nakikita natin na nagsa-struggle din siya just like Miranda. So, how about Teacher Ervin?
Add ko lang kay Andy 'no, she's also very loyal. Ah, nung gumanda na yung estado niya sa work 'no, lagi niyang binibigyan ng gifts yung kanyang mga friends. And then at dun din sa dulo movie, loyal din siya kay Miranda na in a sense na gusto niyang tulungan siya nung balak na siyang palitan. As for Emily naman, ang kanyang strengths and weaknesses para sa akin ay yung kanyang pagiging dedicated sa kanyang passion, no? Ah, kitang-kita yung pagbibigay niya paglalaan niya ng maraming oras, no? And then at the same time, isa siyang weakness kasi dahil sa kanyang dedication ay okay lang sa kanyang ah, magkaroon ng problema yung kanyang sarili at yung kanyang relationship with other people.
And I also agree dun sa sinabi ni Teacher Irvin. Add ko lang para kay Emily. Ayun nga, dahil sobrang dedicated niya sa work, ang naging, at the start kasi ng movie, nasabi na yung laging tinatanggap na assistant is slender, ayan, kailangan pasok sa beauty standard. So, weakness niya is, masyado siyang na-cage dun sa standard na yun. Na, kaya, just to get her dream, talagang ginawa niya na magpapayat pa rin just to fit in that standard. While, ayun yung contrary na nangyari kay Andy, di ba? Na kumbaga, si Andy, nasabihan pa nga siya na fat girl ni Miranda Priestley. But then, hindi siya naging ano doon. Hindi naman siya nagpapayat. Wala naman tayo nakita na nagpapayat si ano, di ba? Just to fit in that standard. Okay, let's continue with the second question, teachers. So for number 2, what do the characters identified about above value? What did they do to achieve this? Sige, who wants to start for this question?
Sige,
Teacher
start na
Shane.
lang din ako kay Emily kasi natapos tayo kay Emily kanina. Gaya ng nabanggit ko kanina, binavalue talaga ni Emily yung kanyang fashion sense, no? Dinedicate niya talaga yung kanyang buhay sa fashion. So, nagtrabaho siya, she works in fashion and lahat para lang makapagsuot siya ng mga fashionable na damit, gaya ng nabanggit ni Teacher Celine kanina, nag-undergo siya ng extreme diet para lang makapagsuot siya ng mas magagandang dresses.
Add ko lang din sa sinabi ni Teacher Ervin na yun nga yung value na in-emphasize ni Emily is yung material success and status niya. Kaya throughout the movie makikita natin na na-achieve niya yun or gusto niyang i-achieve yung ganong values na yun through her appearance and image. Lalo na gustong-gusto niya na maging fit yung sarili niya sa expectation and sa fashion world or industry. And kay ano naman, kay Andy naman is yung values na pinapakita niya throughout the movie based on my perception is yung individuality. So we see or I see Andy throughout the movie na talagang bina-value niya yung pagiging totoo niya sa sarili. And also, through that, siyempre bina-value niya yung pagiging totoo niya sa sarili. Ginagawa niya yun, based sa hindi siya gumagawa ng mga unethical practices. Like kung hindi 'to pasok sa belief niya, hindi niya 'to gagawin. Kapag ito tingin niya hindi tama, hindi niya 'yun gagawin. So 'yun 'yung na-ano ko, na-observe ko kay Andy. So, she always stands what she believes in kahit 'yung job niya pa 'yung nakasalalay. And for ano naman, kay Miranda naman is, 'yung values na pinapakita ni Miranda is 'yung control and power. So, vina-value niya 'yung control and power through makakuha um, ng respect and, what about this, recognition sa fashion industry. So, what about you, Teacher Celine?
Ayan, for Miranda Presley, I identified two of the things she valued the most. It's first her passion, which is for fashion, and her family. So, wala siyang ginawa kundi gawin yung best para sa Runway magazine and just to stay them on top. And she also values her family kasi this was seen in sa isang eksena doon na her flight was canceled due to the weather. Nandun siya sa Miami and kailangan niya umattend ng recital ng twins na anak niya. So, she called Andy and sinabi niya, just do everything para get me a flight para makabalik siya just to see the recital of her kids. Parang doon pa, and may mga times na talagang gumagawa siya ng reservation sa mga restaurant just to meet her husband. So, doon pala makikita natin na she really values her family. And add ko lang, doon sa uh, sinabi ni Teacher Shane about kay Andy. Yun nga, dahil binavalue niya yung mga totoo sa kanya, yung friends niya. And lalo na yung boyfriend niya. Di ba nga nagkaroon sila ng break ng boyfriend niya, but in the end, nalaman niya na, oo nga no, there's something na na-change sa akin, na napansin nila. And dahil nga mas binavalue niya yung friendship na meron siya dun sa mga taong yun, talagang inintindi niya yung side nila. Siya yung mismo kumausap dun sa ex-boyfriend niya na I think naging boyfriend niya uli. And dun siya nag-sorry. Na kumbaga, ay no, kung naging ganito pala siya, nag-sorry siya.
Ayan. So,
Okay?
I agree din naman, no? Dagdag ko lang din, nung umpisa kasi, si Andy ay binigyan niya talaga ng importansya yung pagkakaroon ng recognition and acknowledgement, no? So, lalong-lalo na sa work niya kasi ang dami niyang ginagawa pero hindi naman siya na-acknowledge lalo ni Miranda. So, para para makuha yung recognition na yun, talagang dinedicate niya yung sarili niya dun sa fashion. Kumbaga, in-embody niya na talaga. Nagsuot siya ng mga fashionable clothes. Pero sa nung medyo lumala na, hindi niya na-handle yung kanyang personal life ng maayos.
And thank you for those ideas, teachers. Next, we proceed to question number 3. What issues did they undergo? Do these issues portray real life issues of 21st century women? Explain. Okay, I'll start with Miranda Priestley. Si Miranda Priestley, yung issue niya, I think, na kinaharap is about age stereotyping. So, doon sa patapos na part ng movie, 'di ba, meron nung may nangyari kay Charles, ayan doon nalaman ni Andy na papalitan na si Miranda Priestley as editor-in-chief ng Runway Magazine. So, kumbaga, tas may prototype daw na anong mangyayari kapag si Jacqueline, which is yung mas bata na editor din na ang papalit. So, ginawa lahat ni Andy para masabi yun kay Miranda. And I think that's an age stereotyping kasi hindi porket matanda na si Miranda Priestley, hindi na siya parang may mas magaling na sa kanya. Yes, there can be someone na mas magaling sa kanya, but hindi palaging dahil mas bata, mas fresh yung ideas. 'Di ba? Imagine, nakita nga natin sa movie na gawa niyang stay on top yung Runway Magazine. Dahil maganda yung ideas niya and she holds the power to do that. But then, 'di ba, mas sinasabi na pwede siyang palitan ni Jacqueline kasi mas fresh yung ideas niya, mas bata siya. So, ayun for me.
Siguro dito sa question number 3 is, pagsusumahin ko na sila yung 3 characters. So, yung issue siguro na ano ko is yung, yung issue na gusto kong i-portray na nahihirapan yung mga character is ayun nga, yung balancing work and life for me. Like yung kung paano yung mga characters nina-navigate nila yung challenging work environment and yung mga ethical dilemmas nila sa career nila. And, actually parang in right now, nakikita rin or madalas natin nakikita yon, especially for those women na, may mga pamilya na. So, 'di ba, ang hirap i-balance ng, personal life, family, tapos work. And until now, um female or as a girl, we have to always to prove something in our society para masabi natin na we have potential. Kasi nga 'di ba, before ang mindset ng society is like men is a provider. And right now kasi hindi na men lang, eh. So, kaya na rin ng women na mag-provide. And, yun parang dun sa movie is nakikita ko na nai-emphasize nung mga character na dapat yung women, they have to put extra effort, time, sacrifice para masabi natin na, they are significant and may ambag sila. Katulad kay Miranda. So, parang doon since napaka-intimidating niya, eh, may mga employee siya na lalaki and may mga partnership sila na ginagawa na may mga, male yung, um, kausap nila. So, parang dun sa movie parang pinapakita na, "Oh, kaya ko 'to. Ako si Miranda. I have the respect and recognitions in the fashion industry. So, kung kaya ninyong gawin, parang kaya rin naming mga babae." So, yun yung nade-visualize kong issue and, dilemma dun sa movie. How about you, Teacher, Arvin?
Thank you. As for me, yung issue na aking napansin ay nag-stem siya dun sa scene na kung saan ay madidivorce na si Miranda, no? And then sinabi ni Andrea na kung lalaki lang si Miranda, walang backlash or masasamang article ang matatanggap niya. And ang issue na to, no, minsan kasi ang society natin ay yung hard work ng women ay hindi masyadong napapansin, pero yung mga pagkakamali nila ay talagang bungad, no, laging namamata. Yung issue na to ay pwede rin nating makita sa teaching profession, no, na kung ikukumpara natin sa ibang profession na hindi naman okay lang magkamali pero hindi masamang masama yung tingin. Pero kapag ang teacher ang nagkamali, laging may masamang masasabi.
So, I agree sa mga sinabi niyo, teachers. Add ko lang dun sa part ni Emily na merong ano pa rin about dun sa beauty standards ng mga babae. Nasabi na natin siya kanina about dun sa, ayun nga, kailangan pa ng extreme diet na ni Emily just for her to look good. And pumasok siya dun sa beauty standards kasi pupunta siya ng Paris Fashion Week. And alam naman natin, for example, sa mga models na babae, di ba halos lahat ng models na nakikita natin ay mga slender, ayan, kailangan payat sila, matatangkad. Kasi kailangan, sabi nga, di ba, kailangan mag-fit sa kanila yung dress. Pero hindi, dapat the dress is meant to fit you. Hindi ikaw yung dapat mag-fit dun sa dress. So, I think that's another issue na kinakaharap pa rin ng mga kababaihan hanggang ngayon. Okay, let's proceed sa ating last question, teachers. So for our last question, how do you feel about the portrayal of women in the movie? Do you think this is empowering or degrading? Explain. So who wants to start?
For the question number four, last question. Dito is I feel empowered. Like how women endured so much pressure in a work environment. So dito ko na-realize na kahit you don't have a skills yet in a company that you want to work, makakaya mo pa rin na magstay do'n or mag-thrive do'n as long as na may positive mind ka and as well as willing to learn and explore. So yun yung nakita ko kay Andy. And this movie depicts the diversity of female characters as it shows women with different personality, aspiration, yung mga struggles nila in lives. Kasi tatlong main characters yun and pinapakita rin yung three issues and three struggles nila, 'di ba? And then kumbaga this break away from stereotyping. Since tatlo yung girls na pinapakita dun na with different problems. So parang pinapakita yung stereotyping na ang mga women is hindi lang iisa lang yung problema na kinaharap nila na magpaganda or whatsoever. So may kanya-kanya tayong problems. And this movie I think really depends sa taong nanonood. So for example, like me, I felt empowered. Maybe sa iba is degrading yan. So ayun, we have different perspectives, beliefs, and I feel empowered kasi as a future ECE teacher, ayan. Dapat dapat mag-ready na ako na maging positive and be ready sa mga challenges na puwedeng ikakaharap ko in the future. Dapat ready ako sa magiging environment ko. It is, whether yung environment ko is super toxic or, pressured like dun sa movie. So dapat, um, I have to build myself ready and just like Andy na super positivity lang yung, ganap niya sa movie na yan. So, what about you, Teacher, Arvin?
For me, no, it's very empowering, no? Considering na ako yung lalaki, na-empower din naman talaga ako. What if pa kung babae ang manonood, no? I think it's empowering kasi naipakita ng movie yung mga kakayanan ng isang babae. Naipakita ng movie na kaya nilang mag-lead at kaya nilang mag-prosper amidst challenges, no? Pero at the same time, naipakita nito yung unfortunate side ng striving for greatness ng mga babae na kinakailangan nilang mag-sakripisyo ng mga parte ng kanilang life. So, I think hindi naman siya dapat mangyari kasi I think na kaya ng mga babae ngayon na mag-strive sa all aspect ng kanilang buhay nang hindi kinakailangan magsakripisyo.
Ayan, I am very much in line dun sa mga sagot ninyo. So, I think lahat ng sagot natin is about empowering. Ayan, ako din, I feel empowered while watching the movie. Kasi, ayun nga, given the, laging, lalo na ngayon, like, Women's Month, ayan, lagi nating sinasabi, babae ka, hindi babae lang. Ayan, dapat tayo mga babae, lagi nating inaano sa sarili natin na we are empowered. And thank you kay Sir Irvin, ayan, na kahit hindi siya babae, na feel empowered din siya kasi naiintindihan niya nga naman yung struggles na kinakaharap ng mga babae ngayon. And it is a good thing na makita yung characters like Miranda Presley, ayan, ni Emily and ni Andy, na nagpo-portray ng ganong characters. Like Miranda, prove niya na we women, we can break those stereotypes na hindi tayo pambahay lang, hindi tayo to serve men. 'Di ba? We are not to bow at them. Yan. Kailangan ang mga babae, we can lead. Hindi lang tayo basta sa bahay na tagaluto. We can be more. Ayan. We can be the best. So, tama yung mga sinabi nyo kanina na meron pa ring issue about women doing everything to strive for greatness and to fit in this society. And this movie is a good one or to open our eyes about ano pa yung mga kayang gawin ng mga babae to break the barriers that we are experiencing until now. So, yan. A virtual round of applause for us three. Very, very ano yung ating discussion. Ayan, I want to thank you, teachers. Very fulfilling, ayan. And punong-puno talaga ng dedication and passion yung mga sagot natin. And thank you kasi ang ganda ng ating naging flow today.
Good job,
Thank you,
teachers.
teachers.
Thank you.
Good job.
You all did well.